So, I want to start off with a one-question trivia game. Are you ready? Finish my sentence. The only thing that is constant in life is change. You've got it, change. And the funny thing about change is it happens all the time. So you would think that we would all be really good at it, but we're not. Change is hard and it can be frustrating. And a lot of the times it is outside of our control. Our boyfriend or girlfriend breaks up with us. We lose our job. We get reassigned to a new job. We can't control that, but what we can control is how we respond to it. So today I want to share with you a process that I developed called the Challenge Future Gratitude Reframe process. That's a mouthful, so I'll say it again. The Challenge Future Gratitude Reframe process, or CFGR, that I developed last year when I was going through some major changes and challenges in my life. So this was me. I look happy, right? It was about 2 years ago that I had been given the news that I was going to be promoted to the rank of Lieutenant Colonel in the U.S. Army and be given one of the most challenging yet rewarding jobs of my military career. I was going to be responsible for $6 billion worth of Army Reserve money and lead a team of high-speed analysts. It sounds great, but I was terrified. All of these negative thoughts kept on swimming in my head. Thoughts like, you're not ready for this. You're going to be horrible. What if you fail? And I just kept spiraling down into negativity, and I got really depressed. And the thing is, I didn't feel like I could share that with anybody because I didn't think that anybody would understand. After all, I should have been excited. I should have been happy. I should have been grateful. I should have. And I just kept on shoulding on myself. And I knew that that would have to change. And so I started to think about times in my life when I'd been thrown a curveball and been resistant to change. How I wasn't excited about it at first, but later on I realized that it was exactly what I needed and that so much good had come out of it. And I experienced this thing called gratitude in hindsight. So I was able to feel the gratitude for a change only after I had experienced all the benefits from it. And so I thought to myself, why wait to have this gratitude in hindsight? What if I can pull that forward and instead have gratitude in foresight? And so I started thinking about things that I learned in positive psychology. One, that our thoughts profoundly affect our feelings and behaviors. Two, that we can change our thoughts into something more realistic and helpful if we choose. And three, that the practice of gratitude has this incredible ability to change the way that we look at life and increase our positivity. So bringing all those three things together, the CFGR process was born. And so I want to take you through those steps now. Step 1 is uncensored journaling. This is when you sit down and you just write everything that you are thinking and feeling about what's going on. You are not judging yourself. You are giving yourself the permission to be human and just be where you're at. After you do that, the next step is, step 2, you have to check your thoughts. Our brains actually default to the negative. We have these automatic negative thoughts that permeate our brain, and they aren't always the most realistic or the most accurate or the most true. So we have to check them. So this thought that I had, that you're not ready for this, that wasn't exactly true. I had actually developed all of the programs that I was going to be overseeing as an analyst, And I knew a lot of key players because of the jobs I had. And I had a really supportive community of people who were going to help me out. The unit that I was going to was like a family. So after I checked this thought, I was ready to kind of consider thinking about this change differently. And so I stepped into the next step, step 3, which is to reframe into something more positive. So I couldn't go from, you're not ready for this, to you're 100% ready, you're going to be great, they're going to erect a statue in front of the building with your name on it. That was too much of a jump, but what I could consider is, hey, Theresa, your leadership believes in you. They're putting you in this position. They see something in you that you don't yet see in yourself. Why don't you give yourself the ability to learn, to change, and to grow? And that was something that I could kind of hold on to. So after going through these first 3 steps of the uncensored journaling, the checking the thoughts, the reframing, that's when we step into some of the fun part of the CFGR process. So step 4 is to visualize the future benefits that you could get from this challenge you've now reframed as an opportunity, and then to actually feel the gratitude associated with those future benefits. So I got to think about my job as a branch chief, would have been the job that I was going into. What could I look forward to? Well, one of the perks about it is I was going to get a chance to teach and mentor my new analysts. And I love to be a teacher. I went to school to be a teacher. My family is a bunch of teachers. I mean, this is something that I could get excited about. And I was, and I let myself be there. And so as we're going through the process, while we're in step 4, while you're feeling this excitement and motivation, that's when you have to move into the 5th step, which is to develop the action plan and take the first step on it. So, again, in order to get the new job, I needed to get promoted, and in order to get promoted, I needed to plan my own promotion party and ceremony, and that was something that I was dragging my feet on. So while I was in this excited state, I made a checklist of all the things that I need to do. And then I got right on the phone, and I called my friend Larry Wallace, my work friend. I was like, Larry, you and we're going to go out and find a venue for me to get promoted at tomorrow. And I took that first step. And that first step led to a second step and led to many other steps to complete my plan. And I eventually got promoted and that new job. And things are going amazingly well. And I'm so grateful that I took myself through the CFGR process. Now, was it all roses along the way? No. You know, when you have fears, sometimes they come back to haunt you. But what's nice about CFGR is because you've written it down, you can go back and revisit it and get back on track. So, next time you are faced with a challenge or change you find yourself being resistant to, I invite you to try the CFGR process. Step 1, uncensored journaling. Step 2, checking your thoughts. Step 3, reframing. 4, find those benefits and feel those future gratitudes. And 5, develop that action plan and take the first step. If you do that, you will be well on your road to success. You will be meeting change and challenge with resilience and with incredible joy that I leave you with this gift of gratitude and foresight. Thank you.